Today I'm going to be talking about this Arabian perfume that is called Nebula 1 and it's by Maison Alhambra. And this one is a beautiful perfume that even so is cheap, it has a nice expensive smell that lasts on my skin at least 8 hours and it smells really good. It says to be a good one for Jasmin de Angers by Dior, but the smell itself is beautiful. What is it that I get here? This is the type of perfume that is for people that like flower perfumes, but this is not your typical saying all already seen, shower, soapy, or I don't know, shampoo, clean, fresh aroma. No, this is a flower perfume that is a flirty, girly, you know, kind of like, look at me, but very, like I will say, you know, like, I don't know if you have smelled the perfume Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. That one is very flirty, right? Very like, oh, look at me, and so, you know, so pretty, so gorgeous. This one is like this, but in a flower form, because in Good Girl, you get different stuff, right? A little touch of this, touch of that. This one is just all about flowers, but it's a very pretty, gorgeous perfume. But what is it that I get here? In the opening, I get a nice, beautiful jasmine, and it's little. The jasmine that I get in the opening is mild, it's not very strong. I also get sweetness, I also get creaminess, and I get some woody that is just woody, nothing else. Later on, I tell you what else I get, but in the opening it's just woody. It's very nice, very pretty. This is a good one. I really like this. So in the dry down, what is it that I get in the dry down? Because I think that's the most important part, because that's what stays with us. So in the dry down, I still get the sweetness, because this perfume is a sweet perfume. It's not overly sweet, but it's sweet and it's beautiful. I think that sweetness that it has takes the perfume to another level. But let's move on. I still get the jasmine, but the jasmine in the opening, remember how I told you was mild? In the dry down is a little stronger, but still is a nice, soft, gentle jasmine. It's stronger in the dry down. I smell it a little more. It's more potent, but it's still is very gentle, very more like caressing you type of jasmine, and it's very nice. It's very pretty. It does remind me a little of the jasmine that you get in Alien by Telly Mugler, but in Alien, that jasmine is like super strong, right? Like it's just over the top jasmine. Here, no, here the jasmine is, in the opening, like I was saying, very little, but it's there. And in the dry down, it goes to be a little more, but it still remains child, it still remains moderate. It's nothing overwhelming or nothing like that. I also get the sweetness, still the beautiful sweetness that to me is coming from vanilla and some peach like aroma, but the peach that I smell is not really the fruit, like, oh okay, it's a peach fruit, ripe fruit in it. Not so much of that. To me, the peach that I smell is the sweetness of it. And I think that's really nice how when they do that with a perfume. I really like it. So I also get creaminess, but the creaminess here now all of a sudden, when I say creamy, first of all, don't think of a lactonic perfume, because this to me is not lactonic at all. It's not milky or nothing of that. The creaminess that I get it, in my opinion, from sandalwood. The sandalwood, I don't know, it's a creaminess that is very special. It's a type of creaminess that I notice in sandalwood. That is a creaminess that is very smooth, very soft, sophisticated, but at the same time it has some woodiness, a little of balsamy aroma going on. It's very pretty. Now, it does have the note of mantus, and that's a note that I gotta tell you, I think it's a wonderful one, because the smell that it puts on, before you try it, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click on the bell. To me, that note, that the osmanthus, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, is a combination between kind of leather or woody, a little woody, and a little fermented aroma all together, mix it very well, and that to me will be the osmanthus. It's very nice, it's very pretty, and here I noticed that, but together with the creaminess, that's what I was saying. Now, in the opening, it's woody. I don't notice any leather aroma or nothing like that. It's just woody. But then in the dry down, all of the sudden I get being woody, leather, and fermented all together. It smells very pretty, very beautiful, and very elegant, very elegant. It's a nice, beautiful floral perfume, but like I was saying, this is not your, because it has jasmine, and you will think because it has jasmine it's gonna be clean. No, this is not a clean perfume. This is not a fresh perfume. This is not just your flower. I love flower perfume, but I know many people think like flower perfume, boring perfumes. Well, this one I wouldn't think so. If you are one of those with this one, I think you will be surprised because the smell is very different. Think of Alien, but only because in Alien you also get your jasmine and San Amber and this and that, and those notes will make you think, oh yeah, it's just gonna be another boring floral perfume, and when you smell it's totally different story, right? It's very sexy and all that. Well, here is that way. It's not your typical floral boring perfume. No, here the perfume is just it's girly, it's flirty, very flirty. That's what I was saying, kind of like Carolina Herrera type of perfume, but floral, just floral, because this is all about flowers, but the flower that I do smell is jasmine. I don't really smell any other flowers, to be honest with you. I don't notice that. I just notice jasmine, and like I was saying, sweetness, because it's a sweet perfume. It does have vanilla, but it's not about the vanilla in this perfume. I do notice some like an apricot peach smell, but it's not the smell of the fruit. So let me be clear about that. To me, it comes across of the sweetness that those fruits can give to the fragrance itself, and I think that's very nice, very well done in a perfume. And that creaminess here is marvelous, and together with that fermented aroma, kind of a woody and leather together, I think this is a big score for Maison Alhambra, because it does smell good and it's cheap, it's not expensive. It's a nice, beautiful Let's talk about performance. It does project pretty good. Now, it's not super strong, no, but it does project well. Now, it does not have, which I think is a big plus, any synthetic aroma or nothing, or alcoholic. At least when I was trying, I wear different times, because when I like a perfume, I really go for it, and I think it does smell pretty good, and every time I try, I never notice that synthetic, alcoholic, because some cheap perfume will do that. This one doesn't do that, and I like that about it. On my skin, when it comes to duration, it lasts around 8 hours, which I think is pretty good, especially for the price, and the smell itself is so very beautiful, so fancy, and this one is the type of smell, now that we're talking about it, that I think is so pretty that you can wear this perfume for everything, for going to something very elegant, very sophisticated. I don't know, maybe a party, like it's a red type event, a wedding, something like that, something very elegant, whatever comes to your mind. Or something simple, like just going to school or going to, I don't know, the supermarket, because the smell itself is so pretty. That it smells really, I like it. I think this one is when it comes to when to wear it, winter or summer. This one I wear it when it was a little cold, and then I wore it when it was hot, and in both occasions it's fine. I didn't have any problem, but I do think it's better in winter, only because it has that sweetness and that, I don't know, that, like I was saying, that combo of being woody, fermented, and leather-like all at the same time. Because of that, I think it's better for when it's cold outside, when you are going to be in the cold. But in the heat, when it's not too strong heat, I think it performs fine. I wore this one when it was hot outside, actually, and I didn't have any problem. I was just fine because it's not intense. And the jasmine, even though it's a nice, sexy, very appealing type of jasmine, it's not overwhelming. It's not something that gave me a headache or nothing like that, which I saw that was very nice of the perfume, and it smells so pretty. I really like that. how nice and feminine it is. It's very girly, very flirty, very... With this one, I don't think you're gonna be not noticeable. I think if you put something like this, people are gonna be approaching you, trying to smell you, making comments about your perfume because it does smell pretty good. And like I was saying in the projection, it's not a shy one. It's not super strong, but it's not a shy one either. So keep that into mind. It's very nice, very pretty perfume. Another beautiful perfume with a sexy jasmine note is this one that is called Sacrifice for Hair, and it's by Jasmin. This one is a really good dupe for Alien by Terry Mugler, and I already make a video talking about both fragrances and comparing both of them, and I'm going to put the video next. So if you're interested, you can just click and go watch it. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.